And we are back in Soul Calibur 6, going on to Siegfried's campaign. So I'm guessing you defeated Nightmare at some point in, I think in, what, main story? So now he's back to being just Siegfried. Nightmare is Two-Face.
The Azure Knight, previously known as Nightmare, the former wielder of Soul Edge, who brought the world to its knees. In truth, he was first a knight named Siegfried. After killing his father by accident, Siegfried fell into a deep denial, which eventually twisted into a desire for revenge against his father's imaginary killer.
Well, those killers actually very real, but
he needed power, which led him to Soul Edge. Turned into the sword's puppet, he became Nightmare, until losing in battle to Killick. When the sword was shattered, Siegfried found himself awoken from the strange spell he had been under. Though freed from Soul Edge's grasp, he now had to face the fact that it was he who had killed his father. On the ground to his side lay the shattered remnants of Soul Edge.
so, like, what exactly is he gonna fight then?
Father! What have I done? The feel of my sword as it thrust into his body. I remember it all. Father, forgive me. From the moment I held Soul Edge, I began harvesting souls. The sword warped my mind. How many people have I killed? My sins are too great. I want to peel my skin off. I want to escape myself.
So is he going to be fighting his inner demons or something? Unable to cope with the weight of his crime, Siegfried tried to abandon what was left of Soul Edge. However, the evil sword was so closely tied to his fate that it would not relinquish him from its grasp so easily. I'm just imagining him walking away and the soul just like crawling behind like a stray cat or something. His cruel reign as Nightmare was not forgotten by any means, and one after another, warriors began to appear before him, intent on taking their revenge. Okay. That makes sense then.
The Knight of the Great Sword. You are Nightmare, correct? Answer me! Can you not speak?
I'm just sobbing too much.
I'm Nightmare.
You make me sick. My comrades deserved better than that brutal death at your hand. You shall die here this day. Revenge shall be mine!
Battle 1. Fight!
A lot of his moves are the same. Surprised how shiny his armor is, considering his role in the story at this point. Bam! What is that? It looks like it should be a block, but just a stance.
Ready?
Oh, that's cool.
How long must this go on for? Will I ever
Well,
be
technically
free
till
of
you
this
die, I
nightmare?
guess. run away into the forest or something. Wandering aimlessly, Siegfried ended up crossing swords with a woman who declared that she must destroy Soul Edge. Though she claimed to be able to purify souls, the deep-rooted evil gnawing at Siegfried was too strong to be cleansed. And nevertheless, their meeting would prove the necessary impetus for Siegfried to vow to face his sins and atone for them. It's Sophitia. I haven't really seen much of her this campaign. Or through the campaigns.
The evil is still present?
I'd forgotten what it was like to feel so at ease.
Who are you?
Sorry, but you have my gratitude. Leave Soul Edge to me.
No, wait!
Soul Edge. Even reduced to shattered shards, it emanates evil. If I don't do something, it will corrupt the area with its wickedness. Or still, someone could come here and try to resurrect it.
How to properly dispose of an evil sword.
I may never be able to pay for my sins, for their evil can never be expunged.
Suppose there's no dumping laws
However,
about stuff like that.
I may be able to atone to an extent. If I could ensure that Soul Edge never wreaks havoc again. Yes, that's the only hope I have. I must do it with my own two hands. Can I ever truly atone?
Soul Edge could not be scratched, let alone broken by any normal weapon. To ensure the sword would never again fall into the hands of another, Siegfried decided it would need to be sealed away somewhere in total isolation. However, such a place was not easily found. Meanwhile, every time he struck down another challenger who sought revenge against Nightmare, Siegfried feared that he was in danger of slipping back under the sword's control. If you idiots would stop lining up to die.
Nightmare. At last, we meet again!
Yes. It is I, Nightmare. Exact your revenge.
I need not your permission. Prepare to die!
However, I cannot die yet.
Battle 1. Fight!
This ends here.
Oh, that's cool. Tough to hit,
This
but
ends here.
come on.
This ends now.
Bam! Dunked on him.
Battle 2. Fight!
I do like that he's using a halberd, though.
This ends here. You'll pay.
Oh, wow.
Perish. Try this. Come at me.
You don't see that in too many games like this. Or too many games in general. It's just, I mean, it was a really useful weapon back in its day, but it's one of those ones that people are just like, hey, let's just put in another sword or whatever. Bam. That's actually pretty good. Oh, shit. If you do the kick out of that, then you have your sword up to do a quick slice afterward, looks like. Well, at least, you know, aesthetically it looks that way.
I see blood, darkness, death. No, I am myself and nothing else. I will not submit to that living nightmare again. My crimes weigh heavy on my soul.
Not all who stood in Siegfried's way were hell-bent on revenge. Some warped souls appeared drawn to the evil of the Soul Edge. Though it wasn't Siegfried's goal to do away with these twisted individuals, neither were they the types with whom he could reason. Are they going to bring in, like, Ivy and Astaroth back or something?
I smell you. I smell you. So sweet. The scent of Soul Edge.
Still, I attract the malfested like flies to dung.
But I'm confused. You're undoubtedly Nightmare. You have Soul Edge hidden on your person, yet you appear so weak. Wait a moment. Do you know how it is I know you're Nightmare?
Alas, I have no idea.
It's because I was a malfested who worked under you, you fool! You weren't easy to find.
The nightmare you seek is no more.
So it seems.
You owe me severance pay.
I crush you like the worm you are, and become the next Nightmare.
Battle 1. Fight!
This ends now!
Bam.
This ends.
Ooh. Tapped him with it.
Battle 2. Fight!
That's neat. Oh, come on. See, I totally missed with the kick, but it doesn't matter.
Let's do this. Taste the power of my sword.
Bam! That was cool.
I hoped I wouldn't have to rely on this strength.
Battle 3. Fight!
Oh, shoot. I know he's got the whole berserk thing going on with his huge sword, but they don't try too much to pull on the same tropes and whatnot. They actually let it... Oh, damn it. Oh, damn. Wasted it. Oh well.
The malfested are appearing more and more. Could it be that Soul Edge is getting stronger? I refuse to give up. I'll do whatever it takes. There must be some way. That's it. That sword that pierced Nightmare, I mean me, and shattered Soul Edge. If I had that.
Who was it that pierced it? Was that Taki's weapon? The evil in Soul Edge was growing stronger with each passing minute. One day, Siegfried heard an ethereal voice in his head speaking directly to him. Responding to Siegfried's desperation to save his own sanity, his spirit soul Calibur was calling out to him. But from the sounds of things, the blade was also in need of help itself.
Who calls to me? What's going on?
Leave a message.
I can hear a voice from afar. It cannot be, can it? The sword that destroyed Soul Edge. It calls for help.
Well, he already came across Sophitia. Doesn't she have it, or...?
What? It's trapped inside the cursed sword? Take Soul Edge in hand?
It's a trick! It's a trick.
My hand, it's shaking. If I grip Soul Edge, I might become Nightmare again. I must stay strong. There is no other way.
Kind of a whole Frodo thing going on. The moment Siegfried gripped the evil sword's hilt, he was dragged into the mental realm. There, he was surrounded by images of the times he had fought as Nightmare and lost. Soul Calibur appeared before him, and he watched as it was swallowed up by this strange dimension where it could be slowly devoured by evil. So is he gonna fight a mental version of a Nightmare or something?
Where am I? It's that sword. You wish for me to hold you?
Isn't that a Divapara Yuga?
Stop right there. I shall not allow it.
Are
Like
you
one of those
Soul
things
Edge?
from Killick's story.
Just a little more, and this power will be mine.
Your reign of terror ends here.
You pitiful puppets. Submit to me. Obey my will.
Oh, come on.
Stay down.
Bam! Ooh. Face to face now. I think I knocked the face guard off. Oh! No, I'm fighting Inferno.
Leave me again.
Jeez.
This ends.
Oh, you lucky bastard.
This ends here.
Oh, that's kind of cool, though. Waiting for an opening.
Did I do it? My strength fails me.
Bam!
Is this the end for me? But if the sword's power is unleashed someday, that time, it will come.
Siegfried's battle with his nightmares raged on. No one knows of his sacrifice. However, if there was ever one who could prevent the resurrection of the cursed sword, it would be Siegfried. He who dashed Soul Edge's hopes of devouring Soul Calibur.
Okay. Yeah, I forget what name they gave that in Killick's
The names of the warriors whose fates were bound
campaign,
to the
or
two
the main
swords
campaign, I
have
guess.
been etched into the very fibers of history.
Alright, stuff. The knight with the giant sword. Okay, next is Sophitia, which I assume was going to spread into his campaign a little bit. So that will be interesting. I'm still curious, what the hell is with Talons right here? I guess hers starts like towards the end of his, so I guess maybe she probably starts off running into Siegfried and like claiming Soul Calibur or something like that. Anyway, so we will get into Sophitia later, so till next time, later.